This is FightHype.com, and Danny Howard coming to you live from Gio's Brooklyn Boxing Gym with Hall of Fame trainer Jesse Reid. Jesse, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Jesse. Doing as much work as you are today, I guess. Hey, Jesse, I'm sure you caught last weekend's fight between Manny and, Juan Manuel Marquez and Michael Katsis. What did you think of the fight?
Well, I think Marquez showed what a great fighter he is at that weight class. To say that he could step up at a different weight class, at a heavier weight class, I don't think he could do what he does, and he's getting hurt in the weight class he's in, but he's such a tough guy. When he gets hurt, he fights better, and that's the beautiful thing that we love about him. He's really proud of his Mexican heritage, and he puts everything he's got into it.
Yeah, I was beginning to think I'm the only one that was thinking that if he goes up to welterweight to fight Pacquiao, like everybody is saying that should be the next fight, I'm thinking that's suicide. Am I nuts, or do you agree with me?
Well, I wouldn't say it's suicide because he's such a tough kid, but I would say it's a very tough, extremely tough fight for him. It might even ruin him after that fight, because I think that the heavier he goes, the less abilities he has, and the more he's going to take punishment. Pacquiao has got tremendous speed at that weight class, at 143 and 145, and he's got great power. To me, he's a big underdog if he fought Pacquiao at that weight class.
Being that he's on the short list to fight Manny, the other two fighters being Shane Mosley and Andre Berto, Shane probably is going to get the shot, but I personally would like to see Andre Berto fight Manny Pacquiao. It would be the most difficult fight, but how do you think Berto would fare off against Manny?
Well, I think Berto has a chance to beat Manny. I really do. I think he can match him, and even stronger than he is, and match him with speed, and he's got vicious power with his punches, and he comes from awkward positions. Manny gets out of position a lot of times, and I think this kid can hit him out of position. I definitely think that's the fight everybody wants to see.
And considering that the fight, just to go back on that, the reason that these guys are going to potentially fight Manny is because Floyd continually is in the headlines on the wrong side of the law. Now, you train Roger, and you're familiar with the family. Do you think that Floyd's going to buckle down anytime soon and get his head back into the game?
I think he's got a lot on his mind right now with all the legal problems he's got. I think he doesn't want to have a tough fight right at this position. I think he's a pretty smart guy at picking his opponents, and I think what he's doing is just trying to stay away from the tough stuff. If he does take a fight, he'll take it with an easier opponent before he would take Pacquiao.
Well, with that, if you were to say have Floyd and Manny in the ring, who would you pick at this time?
Well, it's a toss-up. It all depends on what kind of style you like. I like Manny's. I'm an action fighter, and I like his action. I like his power. I would pick him. I'd give him the edge. But Mayweather's a guy you don't want to vote against, because look where he's at. He's fought all the tough guys, and he's always come up the winner. So, and he hasn't been picking his opponents to be easy. But I do think because of his legal problems and the things that are going on with him right now, he'd be smart not to fight Manny Pacquiao right now.
Do you think that with all the time he's been out of the ring, very going back and forth out of inactivity, and now his legal issues, do you think that Floyd might be losing his prime years?
Well, it could happen. That's a good question. That could happen. I think Floyd is one of these kind of guys that he does well no matter what the situations are. He's always come around a family of abuse and craziness, and he's always seemed to shine with it. So I wouldn't want to vote against him, but I do think if I was handling him, I would say I'd want to wait till I'm right mentally before I take a fight with Manny Pacquiao.
And you've been busy yourself. Just a couple weekends ago, you got back in the ring with Paul Spadafora, and he won his fight by fifth round knockout by a guy that come out to answer the sixth round. So how is it like being back with Paul again after all these years?
I've always loved to finish my work with anybody, but Paul especially. He reminds me of Johnny Tapia. He's a guy that's had all kinds of turmoil, but he always seems to shine. He's 46-0 with one draw. I know him like a book. I know how tough he is. I remember when Sosa knocked him down and he came back and beat him half to death in a 12-round fight. He won 8 straight rounds. So he's not an easy guy to whip either. And he had a great showing with Mayweather in the gym. I think that's going to stay in Mayweather's head. It's going to get Mayweather angry. I would love to see them fight. I I think that's the fight that everybody would like to see because of what Paul did with him in the gym. Everybody's saying he wasn't in shape. Well, we didn't make the challenge, and we answered the challenge, and we definitely handled it. I think Paul has the abilities to fight anybody right now at 143 pounds and do very well.
All right, Jesse. Well, hey, thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, and I enjoyed this interview.
Fantastic. Take care, Jesse.
All right, bye-bye.